Welcome to Great Houses of Calderia, a Feudal Grand Strategy game that the wonderful people at Fire Squid has sponsored me to show you.
¿Quieres?
If you're a fan of games like Crusader Kings, but really wish it had more of a story-driven approach, then this is the perfect game for you. You play as a glorious dynasty and help them manage everything from the economy of your holdings to the diplomatic negotiations with other houses, and of course, inevitably, warfare. So if this sounds like something you'd enjoy and you want to help out the Corefish channel, click the link in the description to check it out on Steam. As a huge fan of Feudal Grand Strategy games like Crusader Kings, I strongly recommend this game. It's also on sale right now, so this is the perfect time to get it. Now less talking and more conquering. It is time for me to tell you the story of House Cicio. So here we are, in Great Houses of Calderia. That family tree, I'm about to turn it into a family circle. No. Calderia was once revered as a paradise. However, its ancient rulers lusted after power and knowledge. Let you say that they sort of messed up the place a bit. But over time, the reason for their downfall has faded into memory, when the new emperor learned of the Forgotten Land. And that's how it came to be that we settled Calderia. It's now 2 generations later, and the recolonization effort has gone absolutely wonderful. But let's just say that the houses that resettled the land, they're not exactly great at working together. And that is where we find ourselves, ruling over our glorious house, Cicio. You gotta say it with your hands. Cicio. Now we have our first decision. House Cicio is known for one thing. Are we peacemakers, giving us faster population growth? Scholars, giving us cheaper upgrades? Or devious weasel-like schemers, making us better at intrigue? We're of course warriors, all of us, strong men, giving us a great bonus in battle, if it should come to that. And here is our glorious house. We have Cicio, a skeptic, cautious miser with an adventurer background, a great man in diplomacy, economy, intrigue, as well as decent when it comes to warfare. We have Akeli, an arrogant, diligent egoist that's middling in all skill. We have the ambitious bridge-building Folco, with good stats all across the board. And then, the elusive Cicio, an arrogant, altruistic idiot that only a fool would put as his house head. So that's why we'll go for him. Just kidding, of course the eldest gets to rule. Folco Cicio, the ambitious bridge builder. Once again, it's all in the hands. And our coat of arms is of course literally the Corefish branding. Very cool. The final decision is where we embarked. Depending on how early we arrived, we got best pickings of the land. There's the flatlands, full of crops and population. The hillsides, perfect for sheep and grape. The mountain ranges, full of building materials and ore. Or the arid steppes, bountiful of horses and gold. I long for the flatlands full of crops and population. I wish to grow strong and ample armies. And we settled the lands of Lunresa. We're now in the game. Welcome to Calderia. A quick overview of what we're actually looking at. To our left here, we have our glorious members of our house. Folco, Akeli, Marzio, Amy, Malati, Cicio, and little Leonora. Nah, you messed up her fade! We're not playing as one character. We're instead ruling over all of the dynasty, the house of Cicio. At the top, we have our resources, like crops, grapes, materials to build with, as well as the finer materials, like horses, parchment, and my personal favorite, gold. We're currently the lowest in the hierarchy of power, being only a lowly baron of Lunresa. We are ruled by a count, the Count of Gallion, who he himself answers to the Duke of Gallion. The Duke only answering to one man above, that being the Viceroy. There's also many different ways to win the game, like going the way of the scholar, going the way of the diplomat, and deciding to keep the empire or make it independent, and even to become isolationist and rule not as a part of the system, but as a free people. Quite appealing, I must say. But before we're anywhere near that, we need to start with our initial growth. Our characters can be used to oversee different productions in the holding of Lunresa. For example, our farmers are producing a lot of crops, but they're kinda sad. So we'll appoint someone to oversee this. Now different stat gives different bonuses. High diplomacy makes the workers happier. High economy reduces the wages we have to pay. A high intrigue will make them more secure, and a high military increases production. Since our crops is our main industry, I'm appointing mythical Cicio. This increases their production by a whopping 15%. With our production buildings now properly managed by my house members, it is time for us to start acting diplomatically. We'll go to Count Gallion on an official visit, a meeting of the house heads, and off he travels. Having arrived at Cararni, Gamo Gallion asks Folco to speak honestly how House Gallion is viewed in Ludresa, our hometown. The request is polite, but obviously is trying to assess the trustworthiness of House Cicio. We're going to be vague, as the people of my town quite dislike him. But I promptly start gaslighting him by just talking about other stuff, and the original quest is forgotten. House Gallion now sees House Cicio more favorably. It is time for Folco to become an even better diplomat by spending time in the mirror rehearsing speeches. We'll also send Lonkio, my youngest brother, to train himself in the way of the war. And with the measly materials we have, we'll upgrade the quarries to let us get material even faster. But on his way home, Folco passes a group of youths attending a lecture. "Good day to you, Sir Folco," says Vivienne Cavalli. "Would you like to join us to show how negotiations are conducted?" "Absolutely," he said humbly. "We wish to improve our skills in both military and diplomacy." Now in Great Houses of Calderia, conflict, be it on the battlefield or in the way of intrigue or diplomacy, is settled like this. We pick our companions. These are men and women skilled in different ways, be it intrigue, diplomacy, economy, or wine. He's bringing one economy and one intrigue unit, so we'll of course bring one diplomacy and one military. Basically, my winemaker against your accountant. And when Folco goes straight for the front. Now we want to take their holdings. Now these are called change nodes, and we want to capture theirs and they want to capture ours. If we win this one, we increase our military by 1. If we win this, we increase diplomacy. In we go. Now both of them made a proper entrance. And Falco is tanking hard. We'll go for a compromise. And then a proper backstab. A cunning move, as I then take out one of his enemies. And just like that, the battle is won. And we rush in and take the rest of the nodes. Without a single loss, we have gotten both of the things we wanted. But my beloved sister, Aquelico Cicio, oversees the keep and realizes that a lot of the workers, they're simply slacking. She has decent economy and diplomacy, so we reorganize the site. A bit of good management to offset the mismanagement. "Hey, how's my beloved little niece doing? Hey, look at this, we're gonna get the baby. Holy moly, look at you!" But Vella Tejero of House Tejero sends a letter from a friend asking for help in Vela. She's attracted to a fine gentleman but hasn't had the chance to get to know him properly. "I'm coming to visit you right now. I will chaperone you, fine lady. My homie, my true homie. Lonkio has gained one more skill in military. Very good. That means we can marry him off. Lonkio is a proper lad, Baroness Created. She's 21 and an absolute hottie. And perfect. They're both utter idiots. Marzio, you marry her. Off he goes! But as soon as we arrive, we see a black bird dead on the steps. That's a bad omen, according to Nomiki. Marzio, you're a clever man. Not really. The omen is not about me. No, the omen is about me, and I became rejected. One day, Marzio, one day. You marry Betta Guerra. She's a good woman, and perhaps her intelligence can offset your stupidity. Damn, he's really out here playing Tinder. Swipe right, my boy, swipe right! Holy moly, there seems to be a lot of war going on here. Be safe, be safe. But huzzah! Akili, my beloved sister, and I'm expecting a child. Whose child is it? Is it yours, Siamese? It better be. Perhaps sending a envoy over to Baroness Creatrice could be a good way to sort of rub things over here. Lonkio, go talk to her. And Folco is better at diplomacy. Let's go! That means that Folco should probably talk to Tassos, the leader of the Guerrera family. He's very ugly and unconfident, which is great because I'm humble and won't diss him for his looks.
And all my actions tried. Do you want to voice act this game for the baby? Here. Baba.
Is that Italian for something?
Mama.
Mamma? You sound terrifying. Lonky has now arrived, hoping to slate over the little mishap we had. And the conversation flows pretty well and they start to get more friendly with us. Nice. And huzzah! Leonora has turned 5 and is now eligible to become a ward. Happy birthday! We'll send her to the Guerrera family, as we're seemingly allying with them. Goodbye, child, I no longer wish to care for you. But talking about the Guerrera family, Marcio has been sent to meet her. Betta, that is. We're going for a very formal approach. And that seems to have been working perfectly. I've now arrived to Tassos Guerrera, the dad. You're a very generous people, especially since your daughter is marrying my idiot brother. Now that's what I call charity. But in the biggest foul pas since the history of mankind, Marcio starts saying how he likes the play, but Betta, she hated it. So perhaps Marcio is not the right man. That's why we're sending in Lonkio! Best of luck, Lonkio! You are gonna be the man to marry her. Huzzah, little Akeli! Huzzah, a baby! Aight, Lonkio, Riste Guerrera! Liste Guerrera! But suddenly, Callista Monsbara sends a royal invitation to Folco Coeficio by decree of the Emperor beyond the sea, the Sigil of Pramatos and the Bloodline of the Immortal. Official honorary titles shall be bestowed upon the Great Houses. Of course we'll serve the crown! And would you look at that? The quarries have been built. More building materials for the rest of us. Good to see. We have successfully completed the initial growth of our fiefdom, and we can now move over to bigger things. We must make trade with someone else. We'll send Lonkio to be a court residential man over in this court. Akeli took the place of Folco to go to the Isle of Orsa. A coup! She's trying to take over the Great House! But over in the court of Guerrera, Leonora Coeficio is getting a proper education. We're gonna eat some sugar cakes. And she becomes obese. Not the best for a child. God damn it, are you not taking care of my kid? And I do hope that Akeli, who went in the stead of Folco, can do her best to convince Callista Monsbara to give our house a proper rank. My house is next to pick. We can only choose a title from your own nobility level, and only 4 houses can compete for the same title. We're in the baronial rank. We will go for the position of court librarian, as there's no competition currently for that title. It will boost the stats of my house of head by a whole lot. It looks like we're competing. Holy moly! There's some true competition. We're now properly competing, and we have to make sure we win the favor of other houses. We have to prove our worth to claim the title. Big warning! Elsa has brought a group of bandits to our border. Who the heck are you? There is quite the sizable force. Akeli moves over to appeal for rank for the Gallions, while Folco quickly finishes his studies so we can take out the vile bandits. It is now time for us to really bust a move here and hope that we will get the title we deserve. A big proper negotiation. Akeli goes in the middle, while our comitatus goes for the left. And so the battle commences. The right soldier has to fight the right one. They're bribing me! I don't want to get bribed! I want to fight! The battle is hard on its way, and the fighting is brutal. We're really giving it all. Push harder! We can do this! Hammer him! Hey, yo, buddy, you need to retreat back to the deck, quick! Yes! Now everyone fire on his position! Yes! Now move in! Clear the board! You will endorse our Coeficio! You will endorse us! Hey! I like how this is like super intense, but in reality it's just them going like, please vote for us, please, we need this. No way, they lit the mines on fire! That's it, Marcio. We're gonna send you on a glorious trade mission. I have an idea. 16 horses for 100 grapes. Marcio, you're an absolute genius. Best trade deal of all time. Folco is done studying. It is time for him to raise the army, as we are heading to war against these vile bandits. Have at them, Folco! Nah, you're not running. Intercept them! We caught them! The vile bandits! Elsa, You 30-year-old hag! Stop burning down the mine! Unironically, like, impatient, yeah, but I'm ambitious. It's a twofold battle, an ambush and an attack. We'll get them. We'll get them, alright. We're bringing all 10 units in. And now we have taken this situation from courteous debates and arguments to actual clanging of swords and bashing of shields. Folko will move for the woman herself, while our great and glorious cavalry will ride down these light infantry. House Cicio, to battle! To arms! Have at them! For glory! Retreat if need be, but tactfully so! Move up! We killed Elsa! Let's go! But now Folko tactfully retreats from the battlefield and gloriously returns to get some actual gravitas for the victory. And with one flank won, we send in the rest. And gloriously so, we defeated them with only a measly casualties of some poleaxes. And the fiefdom's safety has been secured. Marzio is currently sorting out a trade deal. Hey, this a bit a good a trade wares. What are you talking about? For this one, we're bringing in the whole bunch. I need to get this business merger on the way, and there's only one way to do so. Now we can decide what we focus on. We're no need of more resources. The deal was already good as is. So we'll go to avoid bad relations, but mostly to gain a free spy. And in we move, and the counters are going perfectly. I have high hopes for all of you, and I don't want to see any losses in this courtroom. Oh yeah, we are pummeling them. Truly, a skillful move. And with more resources having been negotiated, we send in some well-needed reinforcements for the other arguments. Literally destroying them with facts and logic. Ho ho ho! Pulled her away just in the nick of time. Get out of there, that argument is getting way too heated. Holy moly, the ruler is a great one. She's utterly destroying us. What's her stats? Come on, we can do this. Yes! Yes! Perfect! We won across the board! No bad relations! God damn it! Listen, Marzio, you're a master trader! And you, Folko, you're a strategian! We're doing so well! Disband the lads, you've done perfectly well. Wants us to endorse them for the rank of court librarian. No, that's my position. With that said though, we need to really convince people to vote for us. Send the hosts. We need to talk to everyone. Raphael Cavalli, a long-distant relative of Henry Cavill. Please, for the love of God, vote for me. We'll go for an auto-resolve. And we're successful! Let's go! And it also means we've acquired a new tradition. House Cicio have become warriors. Very good. We'll go for Home of the Brave. Because goddamn it, that was some proper fighting you saw. We're out here trying to get every goddamn delegation to vote for us. Now for the love of God, Marzio, marry Betta, she's a good woman. We currently have an insane rank to get it, so I'm actually gonna stop asking people to vote for me. It seems we've done enough. Now we're better off managing our actual land. We are truly a studious family. But once again, dead bird. God damn it, Marzio, where is your race? Where is your race? That's it, talk to the Guerreros. We need to marry into them. Yo, let's go! Wine grapes! It's time to start wine maxing. And our great carousing has paid off well, as Folko will go to receive his title. Now Lonkio is being dueled by someone. Of course we fight to win. Holy moly, it worked. And the romance each other. But alas, we've run out of food! We must farm, and quickly at that. Folko himself will oversee the farming. It must be done. We'll quickly buy some food too. Selling some horses will be a fine deal. Have 20 of my finest horses, and please, feed my men. And while he does that, Folko heads to the Isle of Orsa. Why is Biel Espelta seeing me being generous as me trying to show off my wealth? My brother in Christ! My brother in arms! We have one food! I need this now! Marzio, please, just Risa her up! We need a Beta Guerrera alliance! It works! Alright, that's a great start! And holy moly, a marriage between Lonkio and Beta! You're stealing his girl! Just marry each other, please, quickly. Holy moly, a trade deal! It's by no means favorable, but I accept it. But we want to pay less and get more. Now this is gonna be a tricky one. We really need this to work. We'll pick the equity, a tier 2, incredibly strong when fighting against intrigue, which they have one of. A good fine mix. Now we're really focusing on giving less and receiving more. And in we move. A worthy battle, truly. We're absolutely destroying this flank, which is great, because then we can reinforce. God damn it, our counselor is already taken out. This is going hard. This is going hard against them. But our swift equity is dealing up the improved diplomacy point. And our equity is sneaking behind them. A truly devious plan. With some masterful maneuvering, we might be able to pull this off. And with unpopular opinion, we force him to attack me instead. Letting me flee and steal the last node. Oh, and it's heated! We did not receive more resources, but we paid less, which is still a success in my book. It is time to truly convince the others. A true battle and brawl of the ages. We'll go over to strongest units. An actual battle royale! 100 rank points. Now that is a true victory I would like to win. The battle commences, and our troops move in for battle. But yet not all is lost, as we send in the reinforcements to take the 1,000 gold. A mad dash, but a great decision. A brutal charge, and we knock out blue. But reinforcements quickly come. We work to secure the 1,000 gold. We really need to be on our toes for this one. We're moving to block blue on this rink. And over here on the gold, we seem to have conquered out almost all. It's intense, it's gruesome, but it is what it is. But we quickly retreat out to hope that we can steal back. We're blocked out of the spies. So we'll Hail Mary for the 100 points and the 1,000 gold. And just like that, we mop up the rest. A brutal charge, a hard-fought battle. But we have secured 1,000 gold and 100 points! Glory to House Cicio! Court Librarian is ours! Huzzah! Huzzah! But once again, we're really running out of food. So another trade deal is in order. And this time we're going big. The wheat must flow. And as she was raised by her, it only makes sense that Leonora, with her immense stats, shall become a squire in the court of Guerrera. We arguably need a whole lot more food, so more trade routes shall commence. And this time we'll offer wine. My people do not want to drink, they want to eat. For the love of God, what the hell is wrong with our farmers? Ah, it's because we were building stuff. I see. That only makes sense. It's a rather shite deal, but I'll take it. Now Lonkio is marrying Betta. Finally! It is time to convince her to join our house, as I don't want to lose my homeboy Lonkio. For this one, we're really focusing on the right to arrange the wedding. In we go. We're going in hard. We're going in fast. We're gonna win this by the only way we know how. By sneaking around them aggressively. I must say that this unit, the equity, is absolutely goated. My personal favorite for sure. And would you look at that? Our glorious wine maiden is crushing their enemy. And so, it seems we have won in every regard here. Not only do we get the right to arrange the wedding, we improve the relation and gain a free spy inside. And of course we'll spread propaganda. But propaganda in all honor. I will have a propaganda at this couple. A wedding that will cost crops, wine, gold and materials. Something we don't lack in. And blood is thicker than water. Something that Folko is fully aware of, as he spilt his fair amount. Of blood, that is, not thickness. We now need to grow our fiefdom, unlock more companions, and get a stronger army. And the propaganda sort of failed. Folko becomes a bit of a laughingstock. How embarrassing. 5 guests to a wedding. And that's what I call modest. I kinda vibe with that. The wedding was a wonderful success, and Betta Guerra becomes Betta Cicio! Wonderful! Wonderful! But so came the day. Akeli Cicio got a message from Tasos Guerrera, our steadfast allies. They want to humiliate Cavalli. We agreed to join the war because that's the right thing to do. And so we find ourselves at war against the far-flung Cavallians. So Folko saw it fit to raise another army. We'd go for a smaller force. And off we marched. It was far. It was gonna take a while, but we'd get there. Because the Lord should know that a Cicio always does his best. I guess it's time to get some war reparations for this one. Did we win the war? Who saw? The war has been won and they were so afraid they didn't even dare to fight us. Now that's what I call a proper victory. No way, Leonora, you've grown up. And look at your stats. Sure, you're obese, but holy moly. That's a good woman. Lead the farmers into a new age of prosperity. No way. We could try and nab a permanent claim on their title. They do have some really insanely strong units, but if we just focus on this, we could hold the rest down. Pour in! Pour in! An excellent sneak attack. You love to see it. We lost the right to arrange the wedding. That's fine. I'm going for a bigger claim. Ha ha! Yes! A claim on House Gallion! It was all a ruse. House Cicio has been weak. We've been pushed around. It is time that we go to war. Who's blowing that horn? Oh, no way, there's bandits here. I was gonna go to war, but then they send bandits. Raise the army. We're heading for war. Drones, I will take out your army. Full charge. To arms. Attack! It's chaos, but I love it. I love the chaos. Send the troops back and hold bravely. No, we've lost units. Punish them. Punish them, I say. Hammer him down. Avenge the losses we took this day. No more losses. Alas, we have succeeded. But that is not the end. For Count Gallion, I declare war on thee. We will humiliate you to the end. Your house is illegitimate. Your food, mid at best. Attack! Raise more troops. And have my beloved niece, Leonora, lead them into battle. A great and glorious army that marches strong. We quickly go on the offensive. We are to siege. And we demand support from Gallion. Marcio Gallion, you must support us in this endeavor. Prepare for battle. Gallion against the promised daughter. Prepare for battle. 12 versus 12, a worthy battle. The entire army charges in. We will win this for House Cicio. The main one is to take the city gates. Take this one and we take the city. But the city walls are also important to take. We'll march in steadily towards the walls, with just enough on the flanks, and the archers, they come in after. Move! Archers, ready! A glorious battle, a siege on all fronts. We boost the morale of our units, swiftly conquering the gates. It's chaos, it's utter chaos, but it's what we have to do. With the city gates taken, we swiftly reinforce the city walls to the right. It is all-out war. It is gruesome. It is deadly, but it has to be done. Death on all sides of the conflict. We're losing units left, right, and center, but we're winning the war. For House Cicio! Huzzah! Total annihilation! Of the enemy, that is. We won! And sure, we lost 4 poleaxers, but we wiped the floor with the rest. We send Lonquio to dock with the bastard, and we begin the negotiations for peace. He sends a 16-year-old boy. I'm genuinely offended. The negotiations begin, and we want a permanent claim, as well as to steal population. It's all-out war, or well, all-out negotiations, I should say. The battling, it's over, we've done that. Now we're literally just talking angrily at each other, and hoping that we can come to a cool agreement. And after some hard negotiations, we managed to convince them to just lay off it. We're the ones that going to conquer your area. And you just need to realize that you're under new management, buddy. The first war was to legitimize. This war is for the big potato. Give me your title, or give me death. Leonora, you get to raise the army now. The army to end all armies. The full doomstack. March, 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 march. But one doomstack is not enough. The father-daughter combo! A glorious battle! Leonora Coeficio against Niccolo Gallion! The Gallions will sink. We bring our glorious army and we confront that bastard. Start! Attaque! Now the archers come in. Bring them! The perfect flank! Death and chaos! Death and chaos! We're losing the flank! We're losing the flank! In! In! A glorious victory at the river crossing. And one lord taken out. We move. We push. No relenting. We are victorious. Losses are temporary. Gains are forever. A total annihilation. Yet holy moly, we lost a lot of men. Not good. The glorious double siege. Look at them flee. Look at them flee. And our allies. Our glorious allies. They have no army. They surrender. We've stolen their land. And so, Aimi Coeficio, a great tradesman, goes to talk to the old Gamo Gallion. For peace we would have. And in a great and glorious demand, we increase the tax level. And we become the overlord of House Gallion. Thus making us a glorious Countess Countess? What happened to our great and glorious house? My brother has died. No. And with that, my friends, I think I will end it here. I managed to go from a lowly baron with nothing but a bunch of wheat to my name and a few small lords and ladies to fend for ourselves, to a glorious count ruling over our former overlords, a great and glorious force to be reckoned with thundering hooves of cavalry smattering over the area. We have fought, we have dealt, we have become House Coeficio, the Ascended. And that is where we leave House Coeficio for now, having gloriously conquered our enemies and made a name for ourselves as one of the great houses of Calderia. If this seems like something you'd want to try out yourself, click the link in the description to check out the game on Steam. I strongly recommend it. And once again, a huge thank you to Firesquid for sponsoring this video. My name is Coyfish, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Until then, stay great, my dudes. Yeet!